other business idea that was strange when it first began producing products was Apple. Apple was founded in 1976 by Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ronald Wayne. Apple originally started as a computer-only company, and their first product launched that same year, which was the Apple I. This product was entirely hand-built by Wozniak and hit the market price at $666, which in accounting for today's inflation would be like paying $2,935. This being the first example on how strange the whole idea of Apple was to begin with, and at that price point, it attracted nearly anybody. Fast forward to around a decade later, and Apple launched the first Macintosh, which initially sold well, but the follow-up sales were anything but that due to its high price. Apple really started to struggle in the 90s, and they had to default to experiment with a bunch of different products that ultimately enough were unsuccessful. These include the digital cameras, CD players, speakers, and oddly enough, a video console. Apple finally swerved back into the right track in the late 90s and early 2000s. After a lot of unsuccessful products, Apple came out with products that consumers would begin to love. Starting with the first iMac desktop computer, followed by the iPod, which had 100 million units sold within the first 6 years. Now, the company that was once thought to fail is considered one of the 4 biggest tech companies in the world. Obviously, nothing about Apple is strange to our current generation, but back when it first began, it was said to be another failing company. Now, how many of us own or know someone who owns an Apple product? Yeah, everyone. It's crazy.
Have you ever purchased anything online? Chances are the answer is yes. In 1994, Jeff Bezos founded the technology giant that is Amazon. It originally started as an online bookstore, but has expanded its presence into almost every category, such as electronics, apparel, furniture, food, and many more. It is the largest internet company in the world, surpassing tech giants like Apple and Google. Along with the purchase of companies like Whole Foods, Twitch, and Ring, Amazon has expanded their presence to nearly everywhere around the world in many different markets. With innovative services like drone delivery and same-day shipping, it's easy to see they're taking over. Who would have thought that an online bookstore would become the biggest company in the world? At the time, online stores were starting to grow, and the future was on the horizon, but Jeff Bezos saw this opportunity and had a vision like none other. Through trial and error, he eventually grew the company to the likes that no one has ever seen before, becoming the richest man in the world by a huge margin. Where would we be today without Amazon?
Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Facebook, who is studying psychology at Harvard, had an idea that would change the world in social media forever. Facebook first started off as Course Match, which I'm sure none of you have heard before. Course Match was a social media website that would allow you to view others who were in your same degree so that you could work with them or study with them in person. As well as Course Match, he also came up with Face Match, which allowed users to rate people's attractiveness and almost became a dating website. With combining Course Match and Face Match, Zuckerberg and fellow classmates came up with a social media website called The Facebook, not Facebook, but The Facebook in 2004. Within 24 hours of its release, 1,200 Harvard students had signed up, and after 1 month, over half the undergraduate population had an account. In 2012, it became the largest social media network with over 1 billion users. Facebook has now grown to over $340 billion in net worth. Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook have become one of the most dominant corporations that originally started in his college dorm room.
PayPal, a company I'm sure that we're all familiar with, is a revolutionary platform that completely transformed the industry of money services. As it currently stands, it is the most widely used payment system, processing more than $8,000 in payments every second, with annual amount of payments made by mobile users to be $1.2 billion and making up 18% of all e-commerce. However, at the time of its inception, people thought allowing the public to send and receive payments online was completely outrageous. What is now regarded as the world's most recognized and largest online payment processor began with a broke college student proposing an idea to a professor at Stanford University. In its infancy, this product delivered security software. However, it did not achieve much success with that business model. So after reevaluating consumer need and demand, they developed the electronic wallet that would soon become the company we are familiar with now. Still, at this time, it did not seem to get much success, In fact, in 1999, it was even voted as one of the year's top 10 worst business ideas. Despite initial hesitance, PayPal eventually established a relationship with eBay. In 2002, PayPal attempted to go public and settled with eBay at $1.5 billion. Since, it has become the most renowned and widely used online money platform that we know today.
SpaceX was created in 2002 by Elon Musk, designed to be a privately owned aerospace manufacturer and eventually offer space transportation services. Elon Musk had previously founded Zip2, an online travel guide for newspapers, as well as X.com, an online banking service which later became PayPal. In less than 5 years, Elon Musk had become a multimillionaire and became interested in space travel, and even the colonization of Mars. He realized that rockets available for purchase were extremely overpriced, so he decided to create a new company to build his own. From 2002 until 2008, the company fell under immense criticism as the first 3 rockets launched ended in failure. However, the 4th Falcon 1 rocket successfully launched in 2008 and became the first privately owned rocket to orbit the Earth. There was still scrutiny from critics, with Musk's final goal outlining moving humans to Mars. Although this idea sounds centuries ahead of its time, SpaceX has proven that they are up for the challenge. The company later signed a deal with NASA to handle cargo shipments to the International Space Station. They later created a rocket that launched and relanded itself without being damaged. This rocket would then be able to be launched once again after the initial flight in order to reduce the cost of space travel. From these accomplishments in just a little over a decade, and its predicted value to be set at $25 billion, it would seem that SpaceX's ultimate goal may not be hundreds of years away.
These companies created unique visions that many believed wouldn't succeed. But with out-of-the-box thinking and a strong work ethic, they were able to become successful companies and household names worldwide. Here are some tips for encouraging out-of-the-box thinking. Allowing individuals to share ideas anonymously, rewarding creativity, designing an engaging work environment, investing in personal development, limiting bureaucracy, and creating a shared sense of purpose.